Before we get into the fireworks, let's talk about the person who lit the match. Representative Rashida Tlaib is not your average politician. She's the first Palestinian-American woman in Congress, representing Detroit, and her family's roots run deep in the West Bank. For Tlaib, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict isn't just policy, it's personal. Her lived experience shapes her politics and her passion. As a member of the squad, she's known for challenging the status quo, fighting for marginalized communities, and never backing down from controversy. Her presence in Congress has made the Israeli-Palestinian debate immediate and personal in American politics. For pro-Palestinian activists, she's a symbol and a voice. For her critics, her platform makes her words even more provocative. Tlaib's unapologetic stance has shifted the conversation, making her both a champion and a lightning rod. She's not just another politician, she's a symbol of a movement. Her words carry the weight of her community's hopes and her family's history. And that sets the stage for everything that happened next. Let's dive in. The People's Conference for Palestine wasn't just another rally, it was a major gathering in Detroit, drawing thousands of activists and organizers. The goal energized the pro-Palestinian movement and strategized for change. The event, organized by a coalition of groups, gave a platform to voices rarely heard in mainstream media. The lineup was intentionally provocative, with speakers ranging from academics to former prisoners. Critics called it radical, organizers called it essential for justice. For attendees, it was a declaration. Their movement was growing, organized, and unafraid. The energy was electric, the language unapologetic. In this charged atmosphere, Rashida Tlaib took the stage as the grand finale. Here's what happened next. Tlaib's speech was raw and defiant. She opened by calling out her opponents. "To every genocide enabler, look at this room, we're not going anywhere." Her words were a battle cry, rooted in her family's history and the resilience of Palestinians. She described violence and displacement, then declared, "Now we're in Congress and we're everywhere in the US." Tlaib connected Gaza's suffering to struggles in America, arguing that US foreign policy and domestic injustice are linked. "Gaza is the compass," she said, framing the Palestinian cause as a moral test for America. She called out the US government as an empire built on oppression, tying the Palestinian struggle to Black and indigenous histories. Her message, the fight for Palestine is inseparable from the fight for justice in America. It was a universal call for human rights and a direct challenge to the status quo. The reaction was immediate. The response was explosive. Supporters hailed Tlaib as a hero, praising her honesty and passion. They saw her language as necessary. Decades of polite debate had failed. Critics, including pro-Israel groups and politicians from both parties, condemned her speech as hateful and divisive. They argued her rhetoric was extreme, accusing her of deepening divisions and ignoring Israeli suffering. The controversy echoed past rebukes, with opponents calling her views out of step with American policy. Media coverage was relentless, framing her as either a champion of the voiceless or a dangerous radical. The debate was stark, no middle ground, just two polarized camps. This moment forced America to pick a side. Why does this matter? Because Tlaib's speech marks a turning point in American politics. The old consensus on Israel is fracturing, especially among younger, progressive voters. By linking foreign policy to domestic justice, Tlaib reframes the debate. How America acts abroad reflects its values at home. Her message resonates with activists who see all struggles for justice as connected. The controversy also raises tough questions about the limits of political speech and the responsibilities of elected officials. Whether you see Tlaib as a prophet or a provocateur, her voice can't be ignored. The debate is now loud, raw, and impossible to avoid. America is being forced to confront its values, its alliances, and its own identity.